You guys follow me enough that you know I haven't touched cardio for months and months and months, so.
And I feel like it was a couple weeks ago, perhaps a month and a half, where he was literally on a diet, doing cardio. So me and the Skitten been watching the Mike O'Hearn video, and we can't believe what we're seeing. Mike is at it again. And so I'm not going to freak out. I'm going to try to stay calm. But the number one comment is, oh boy, Greg Doucette is going to love this. And so let's get right into it. You smell like poop. Why do you smell like poop? Cardio while bulking. Nutrition changes Mike O'Hearn. Mike O'Hearn's currently at 290 pounds and he's trying to get shredded, trying to cut down to 271 pounds. And so he has to do cardio to diet down for the next 13 weeks. And I feel like it was a couple weeks ago, perhaps a month and a half, where he was literally on a diet, doing cardio. And so Mike, who says you should only do cardio when dieting, well, I wonder why. The guy seems to be on a perpetual cut almost 365 days a year. He was cutting for months, then finished his cut, and then went on a bulk. Lo and behold, a couple of weeks later, he already has to cut back down again. And so remember, he states in the video, he's 290 pounds. He was dieting for months. And so those of you who think you bulk up and then do a mini cut, it's not like that whatsoever. And so he cuts for months and months on end, then goes on a bulk for perhaps a month, and then he's back onto another cut yet again. And so in reality, Mike O'Hearn is doing more cardio than the vast majority of you, but yet he thinks it's not that important. Quick interruption, like the video if you liked it, and if you like my content, subscribe faster than last time so that you can be the first one to get notified. It really helps the algorithm. Back to the video.
It's starting that prep. We're 13 weeks out, so I'm gonna start bringing down the fats on the diet a little bit.
And so there you have it. We're back on prep. I mean, it's been a couple of weeks since his last prep, and so it's time to prep yet again. Remember what Coach Greg preaches about gaining, about just maintaining healthy body fat and doing it year round? Well, doesn't that sound a lot easier than going on a 13-week cut, bulking for a couple weeks, and then going on a 13-week cut yet again? I mean, quite literally, I thought he was reposting this video from old. I thought he'd posted the wrong video. He's in that same room with the hat on backwards, doing his cardio, doing his stepper, out of breath while walking on slowly on a stepper. And so I thought, he uploaded an old video, but yet it's brand new.
Implementing some of the carbohydrates, off-season pasta, breads, a lot of those carbs that I know a lot of people don't like, that I love.
Oh yeah, a lot of people don't like those carbs. You know, pasta, breads, and rice and so on. Mike, who doesn't like carbs? Most people love carbs. Problem is they eat too many of them and they bulk up to 290 pounds and then have to go back on a cut. Remember, Mike is in his 50s, and last I checked, it's not really all that healthy to weigh 290 pounds.
Now that I'm 13 weeks away.
13 weeks away from what?
Ooh, 13 weeks away, wait till you see.
So yes, what are you 13 weeks away of? I'm not telling you, can't spoil the surprise, but I have to get a lot leaner than I am right now. Wasn't he shredded only a few weeks ago? And so what did he do? How did he suddenly become 290 pounds? Well, I'll tell you what, he went on a bulk. So rather than doing like Coach Greg, just looking good year round, he bulks and cuts. He cut out his cardio. And what was the result? Well, he got up to 290 pounds.
You guys follow me enough that you know I haven't touched cardio for months and months and months, so.
And so you guys follow me enough, and so you know I haven't done cardio for months and months and months. Okay, when I hear months and months and months, I believe that's at least 3 months. Months plus months plus months. If it's 3 months, it's at least 3. Yet 2 months ago, I did a video on Mike while he was dieting down for some kind of guest posing of some sort. I didn't see him guest pose, but he was talking about his blood work and how he was dieting harder than last time, doing cardio because he was on a diet to get shredded in the shape of his life in his 50s while being 100% natural. And yet a few weeks later, he says he hasn't done cardio in months. Really?
It's only 20 minutes a day right now, 15 incline. Keeping it kind of easy.
And so he's doing 20 minutes of cardio a day, 7 days a week on a 15% incline, totals 140 minutes a week. It's only 10 minutes shy of exactly what I preach to do year round. And so why doesn't Mike simply do cardio year round? Did he really need to save up the 20 minutes of cardio to take a break from it? Oh my goodness, it was too much. I just couldn't have put on any muscle had I been walking 20 minutes a day. I needed to go up to a monstrous 290 pounds in my off season, of which it was only a few weeks long, so that I could then diet down to be more shredded and more massive than ever before while being 100% natural in my 50s.
Little changes of the carbohydrates, different type. High glycemic to low glycemic.
And so I'm switching around my carbohydrates. Hocus pocus magic trick. Going around from fast glycemic to slow glycemic, and that's going to get me shredded. Minor tweaks. A little bit of this and the fats and the carbs, and not say anything I'm actually doing. Not mention the performance enhancing drugs. And blabbo, my volume in my body looks bigger and more shredded than last time.
Don't need to jumpstart into a crazy, hardcore chicken and broccoli, 2 hours of cardio a day diet.
And so he makes a good point. He actually makes some sense here. He doesn't recommend you start off a diet doing chicken, broccoli, and rice, doing 2 hours of cardio a day. Did anyone in this planet think that that is the best way to start a weight loss program? If you did, you need to start watching more of my videos. You progressive overload. You start out easy. Make the easiest changes in your diet, and slowly over the course of weeks, months, and or years, you progressively overload your cardio. If you bite off more than you can chew, you're going to get sore, burn out, and you're not going to be able to maintain that diet.
I'll see how the body reacts. I'll see how this little bit of cardio triggers the body.
And so speaking of cardio, I'm going to take my GO2 Max. I'm taking 3 pills. Take that right before I work out, probably 30 minutes to an hour. And I'm going to wash it down with my hardcore stim pre-workout. Remember, I don't drink caffeine or stims at any other time other than before I do cardio and or workout, so that I can leverage the dopamine and the energy I get from the caffeine in order to have the most effective workout possible. And not only that, I take Acti Builder. I take 3 pills in the morning and 3 before I go to the gym. And that allows me to push even harder to make more gains in the gym.
Have you ever noticed a difference between the two approaches? Approach 1, I'm gonna go slow, I'm gonna implement the tools, as needed, versus everything's getting thrown at the wall right now.
And so a great question, is it better to slowly make changes and spread it out over, for example, a 13-week diet, or to throw all the changes in all at once, do like a blitz, get it done in 30 days? And so which does Mike think is better?
Going slower at the end of the day is always going to be better.
And so shockingly, me and Mike think exactly the same. It's better to do it slow and steady rather than do a 30-day blitz, of which he created. Many people, they want the quick fix. They say, I got 30 days to the wedding. I need to lose as much weight as humanly possible. And so they starve themselves, do tons of cardio. But what good is it? Yeah, they lose a lot of weight, but a lot of it ends up being muscle. As soon as the diet's over, they regain all the weight and then some. Versus slowly losing the weight, you do it easy, you don't suffer. And then once you get down to your goal weight, you then gain. Rather than bulking and cutting, of which Mike seems to be doing. Remember, he's currently 290 pounds. That is a lot. And he did this in a matter of weeks. I'd rather see him maintain a healthy weight year round. Perhaps it's 270, perhaps it's 240. I don't know. Only Mike and his doctor can determine what his weight should be year round.
Both things are great. But again, I want to keep my strength, and I have a better chance of keeping strength and keeping most of my muscularity taking a longer period of time.
And not only that, when you do in fact crash diet, you lose a lot more strength, not just muscle, but your strength. And so if you want to maintain more strength, more muscle size, please lose the weight slower than last time.
For me to be stronger, I need to be patient.
And so the problem is most people, they go on a weight loss diet, and if they don't lose 5 pounds the first week, they don't think they're doing good. Oh my God, you're doing so bad. You only lost 1.5 pounds this week? That is in fact amazing. To drop 1 pound of body fat, you need to be in a daily calorie deficit of approximately 500 calories. If you lose 1 pound a week, that is amazing. You don't need to lose weight faster than that. In fact, even slower, that might be better for you. An even smaller deficit, only 250 calories a day, results in a 1/2 pound of fat weight loss per week. It might not seem like much, but in a year, that's 26 pounds of fat. And the beauty of it is you didn't suffer and you can maintain the weight loss for the rest of your life.
And right now I have the time to take 13 weeks. So I'm going to take the 13 weeks. And that way also helps me this way, is I could probably get more people on this train as I'm taking the 13 weeks, get more people excited about getting in shape.
And so the one problem I have with Mike in this scenario is he only had an off season of a matter of weeks, yet already needs to diet for 13 weeks. And so to me, a better method would have been to go in a smaller bulk, perhaps not go up to 290 pounds, perhaps only go up to 280 pounds. And so rather than having to slowly diet for 13 weeks, he could slowly diet for 6 weeks. Isn't a 6-week slow diet better than a 13-week slow diet? I certainly think so. And so why are we bulking and cutting so much? Getting to 290 pounds is going to put an undue strain on the heart. Even if it's mostly muscle, 290 pounds is a lot of extra work on the heart. And if you're familiar with the fitness industry as of late, there's been a lot of cardiovascular incidents. And so we certainly don't want Mike to suffer from one as well.
Yeah, why are you sweat, dude? Why are you out of
Why am I
breath
sweating?
Yeah, why are you sweating on cardio, dude?
Woo-wee!
And so he asks, why are you sweating on cardio? I mean, does he not know the answer? It doesn't mean you're out of shape if you're sweating. What it is your body is effectively cooling itself. It means it's working properly. If you're doing cardio, you're burning off extra calories, you're heating up the body. And so what does the body do? It releases water. You sweat so that it cools down your body temperature. You don't want to overheat. And so Mike is sweating because his body is working effectively. Imagine if he wasn't sweating. That to me would be a bad sign. You're doing cardio for 20 minutes and you don't sweat? Why aren't you sweating? Are you going too easy? And so if you're working hard in the gym, especially if it's in a warm environment and there's no fan blowing on you, of course you're going to sweat. Oftentimes I'll drink a full liter of water during a bike ride in an hour, and yet at the end of the ride, I'm still down 2, sometimes 3 pounds. That means I'm sweating a minimum of 2 liters of fluid in one given hour. Doesn't mean I'm not in shape. It means my body's cooling itself off efficiently.
Right now I'm 290 pounds. I want to be sliced, diced, 271. Whoo, that's a big boy. Big boy.
And so Big Boy, who's actually another YouTuber, I've seen him do a lot of chin-ups. His body weight weighs over 300 pounds. And so he's very strong. Mike O'Hearn, I do believe he's close to 6'3" tall, and at 290 pounds, he's certainly, by definition, clinically obese. And I know we don't like the BMI charts, but when you're 290, even at 6'3", that is a lot of muscle and or fat, and clearly it's mostly muscle, but I don't think it's healthy to be this big at his age. Remember, The Rock is a monster, even taller than Mike O'Hearn, and even The Rock is nowhere near 290 pounds. And so is it healthy? I'm going to say probably not. I'm not aware of his blood work. I've asked him to show it in the past. So is he in fact healthy? Nobody knows. Interested in any of the harder than last time supplements, including creatine, beta-alanine, Seco bars, G-test, 3-test, Delta Sleep? There's so many supplements. You got to go to the website. And obviously we have the cookbooks and training books and Circle diet books. We got so many books going on. Head over to the website. And if you have no money to buy anything, that's fine. Head over to the website anyway, enter your first and last name and email address, getting close to a 50-page free diet and training program. It's free as my thanks to you. I want everyone to get in the shape of your life. And don't forget, 150 minutes of cardiovascular a week. And until next time, I am out.